everyone. So today I'm going to show you how to make an orange blender cake. Now, what is that? So what I love about this cake is you don't need a fancy mixer or any really, high-end type of baking equipment to make it. All you need is a blender, right? What I also like about this is you can literally just measure everything, dump it in the blender, blend it, and bake it, right? But for this video purposes, all of my things are already pre-measured. So what do you need? I'm gonna put the recipe down below, but you need to have 3/4 cup of vegetable oil, 2 eggs, and a teaspoon of vanilla. You need 2 oranges, juiced and zested. How do you zest an orange? All right, so you take your orange, and you can use a grater, or you can use this contraption I have right here, which is called a microplane. So, and you just zest off the orange part of the skin, right? You just want to get the little zest of the orange. And when you're done, it's going to look like this. So this is my zest, okay, my orange zest. So I zested and juiced 2 oranges, all right? I also have here 1 cup of sugar, 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, and a pinch of salt, and 3 teaspoons of baking powder, all right? So how I do the process is I put the oil first. The reason why the oil is put first is so that it can have the blades and everything nice and slick, so it'll be easy later on for me to scrape everything off, right? So I put the oil in here first. You also want to preset your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and you want to have your oven set to the middle rack. That's where you're going to put your baking pan. I like to bake this in a bundt pan. It's a nice cute bundt cake. You can have it plain, or you can put a glaze on it. I like it plain. It's really that good. It's a nice spongy type of a pound cake you end up with. How did I do this, right? So Pam makes this really great baking spray. If you don't have baking spray, you can grease it with butter or shortening, and then you're gonna dust it with flour and then knock it out, all right? Now, let's get down to the process, right? So we're gonna put the oil inside, all right? Then we are going to add our flour, sugar, salt, baking powder, all that good stuff is in there. All right, and knock it in there. Then I'm going to add my eggs and vanilla. All right, I'm gonna add my zest. And this is my orange juice. So I used a hand juicer, or you can just squeeze it by hand on your own over a strainer, all right, to make sure none of the pulp or anything gets in there. And then this is my juice. Fresh squeezed orange juice. Do not use boxed orange juice. You need the zest anyway, since it's 2 oranges, so just use fresh juice. All right, so now I put the cover on. Make sure we're good. Alright, so after I gave it a few pulses, I'm gonna open it up because I want to make sure that anything that's on the sides of the blender goes down, because you want everything to incorporate together. So I'm just gonna go around it with my rubber spatula and just make sure everything is nice and together inside, because we want all the ingredients to be well blended. And then that's pretty much it. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the middle out, because this is how my blender works. If you have another blender where it's just on the bottom, then you would just be dumping it at this point. So let me take this out, just scraping it off, making sure I get all of that good stuff. I don't want to miss any of it, right? So let's just scrape everything out. So what I like about this cake is it's very quick, very easy to make, not too many ingredients, right? And it's one of those things that's perfect for middle of the week. I want to make a little dessert for myself or for my family, right? Or if, you know, a lot of us live really, really busy lives, right? Not everyone has the luxury of staying at home and having all this time to bake stuff, right? So if you're a busy career person, but you want to make a nice little quick dessert for your family, this is it, right? This is definitely it. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my prepared pan, right? And I'm gonna pour, I'm just gonna make sure first, one last time, making sure everything is blended. And now I'm just gonna pour everything in the pan. All right, so now I'm gonna put this in the oven and I'm gonna bake it for about 30 to 35 minutes until it's nice and springy to touch, or you can insert a toothpick and it comes out clean. So now here is the cake fresh out the oven, nice and golden brown. You wanna sit it on a cooling rack for about 10 minutes. I'll be back in a moment
try
to show you the final
invert
results.
the cake out of the pan.